everybody? What up? Welcome to the ShElite Showcase. I'm your hostess with the mostest, the Shaman of ShElite, Miss Katie Kinsey Bay.
Hey, babe.
Thank you. Joined with me, of course, my lovely co-host, back. She was obviously not here last week, if you all were aware. The Young Bucks Nation sensation, the fire breathing, the Rhodes family, and the spice of life, the sassy senorita that I know, the hangman Adam Page to my Adam Cole, baby. Miss Y2 Garcia Savannah, na. How are you?
I'm doing good, Katie. I'm doing really good, especially because if you watched Dynamite yesterday, you would know that AEW is actually coming to El Paso, so I'm very excited. Finally, local. I'm finally a local.
Finally. It only
Yay.
took a little bit, but
Finally. Like, cue a rock soundbite. Finally. Like
honestly.
literally me when they freaking like I was painting my nails and then I just heard Tony Schiavone say El Paso and I went whoosh like I was like what and I smudged my nail polish. I was like I don't even care. I was like no freaking way and sure enough I saw on the little graphic and during the match I don't even know which match was going on but I was like oh my god I was like freaking out. I was like this is not true. They're coming here, Katie. It's hard to believe they're actually showing up here.
I know. It's crazy. It's a crazy time. You finally get a show, and you don't have to leave your state.
Finally, I don't have to travel, like take a flight or do like a 7, 8, 9 hour drive for a wrestling show. This is the first time I'm ever gonna be at like a wrestling programmed event that I didn't have to freaking make a whole ass trip for. I'm very excited because the only other two times I've been to a wrestling show that wasn't just a WWE live event was WrestleMania 32, which was like a 9.5 hour drive to the Dallas area, and then a freaking Chicago trip last year to All Out. So I'm like, I have you. It's an investment to just go watch wrestling here, but not anymore. It's just gonna be a small investment to buy freaking tickets, which I'm very excited for.
Tickets shouldn't be too bad, especially because they are like it's Dynamite and Rampage. I think you said so. They shouldn't be too bad. It also depends on how big the
I hope
stadium
I,
is.
I don't. It's because the arena they're doing it at. Well, it's not even an arena. The venue they're doing it at. I'm not exactly sure what the seating's gonna look like, but even then, like I want some good ass seats. Again, I don't have to travel. I don't have to worry about hotel, food, anything. I don't have to worry about that. It's literally just buying the tickets to go, and that's it. So I would hope that like we can actually splurge a little, if you will, splurge a little bit on, you know, tickets, for some good seats. Which I mean, my all out seats are pretty freaking good anyway. But like, imagine we can get closer. I would hope I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that I can get like ramp or like front row somewhere. I really like the seats where it's like between the ramp and the ring. That little like area right there.
Mm-hmm.
Those are my goal seats, honestly. So wish me luck,
You got it.
everyone.
You got it.
Please. Thank you,
Um,
Kate.
Jesus said, "Get somewhere where the camera is at, so you don't need to have everybody have their backs to you." That's also true.
Also, because I want my sign to be red. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet, but I think I'm gonna do something of the elite. Because I mean, come on now. First, I just hope they're there. Depending on if they're there or not, obviously that's gonna change everything. But fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. First, I
Fingers
got
crossed. Um, but why don't we just dive on into some news
Yes.
and
I'm sorry. I
rumors?
got
No,
too
no, you're
excited
good. You're
again.
good. You're good. You're
This
allowed
is
to be
new for me,
excited.
guys. This is really new for me. Like I just mentioned, I explained. This is brand new to me. This has never happened to me before.
You're allowed to be
I'm
excited. Nothing wrong with that. You were
excited.
fine.
Yeah, good. But go on. Let's jump into news and rumors, Katie. Let's
Uh,
get with it.
there's not a whole lot. There isn't too much in the wrestling world that's really happening right now. On SmackDown this past Friday, Becky Lynch returned, and she was the fifth woman in the Wargames match on Team Bianca. Did you watch Survivor Series Wargames?
I did not watch it live, but I did get to it. So yes, I
Okay,
did.
good.
But just I couldn't watch it live. Oh, it's because I was out of the house the entire day, like and night. So
That
I
sounds
didn't get to watch
terrible.
it on Saturday. It's because you sometimes we'll have the cleaning lady come over, and she's only available on Saturdays. So sometimes on Saturdays we have to be out of the house the whole day. And that Saturday just happens to be one of those days. It's all Saturdays. But it was fun. It was fun though. We got to hang out with some family. And I was like, you know what? I can just watch it like on Peacock. The only difference is you get commercials, you get the ads in between the matches and all that, which I mean gets a little annoying. But you could also skip over the matches you don't want to watch either. So it's bittersweet.
Yeah. Um, yeah, a lot of people are speculating Regal could go back to WWE. I,
Which I mean, if he does, good for him. But it just kind of like, wow, his AEW run was really short.
yeah, that's that's a lot of speculating. Uh, I I have no take on that yet
I don't have
until
a take on
Regal
it either
says
because
something.
exactly, and I'm just thinking, like, really, you really think this is gonna happen just because Max turned his back on him? Like, what if this is gonna play a role into something else? Maybe Regal's gonna be the reason why he loses the title whenever that time comes. He's
Maybe.
the reason why he won it. He can be the reason why he loses it.
Exactly. Um,
Maybe this will be like not like because you can't. I don't know if Regal's gonna have a match. I know people were talking about how he has that brain bleed and surgeries and neck problems like discs and stuff. So I don't think he's gonna wrestle. I hope he doesn't wrestle for his sake. But it would be cool if like MJF kind of had like an on the side feud with Regal. Like maybe he costs him the Dynamite Diamond, and that's like the seeds planted. Like, you know what, Regal, you're on my shit list for real now. And like they just make each other's lives a living hell for like until Max loses the title, whenever that is.
maybe. True, true. So Randy Orton had back fusion surgery. Um, there is no timetable on when he'll be back. Anything like that. No plans for his return. Now they're either just saying this and he'll be back at the Rumble, or it's legit and he'll be actually out for a very, very long time. All I know is that I hope he's okay because
Regardless, like if he especially as long as he can recover, there will be many other rumbles for him to like you know show up at.
exactly. And Randy's been in the business already for 20 years, so he's had a hell of a career. But I
Absolutely.
would like him to come back, even just for a
One more
little bit.
match. Everyone says one more match like 30 times, like for 30 matches. Like, one more match, and then they do one more match. I'm like, okay, well, how about one more?
Yeah, well, some people just want them to have multiple matches.
Yeah.
And then circling back to, excuse me, Survivor Series. Austin Theory, the new United States champion. I was not surprised. I was not expecting that. I was very surprised. I was not expecting
I
it,
was
but
really
the
surprised.
finish was amazing.
It was good. It was. I wasn't expecting it, but like, I don't know, man. Because of course I was like, I wanted Seth to win, but I was like, couldn't be the most mad at it. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. It was still a really good match anyway, and like the finish was great also. So
Yeah, like it, like I said, like it wasn't expecting it. The match was great. Seth is a machine. Big Bobby Lashley, like
almighty.
the Almighty. Like there's no way that match was gonna be bad, and the match was only like 15 minutes, and it felt
It was a
way
short match.
shorter.
I guess I was more. Honestly, I was more surprised at how short the match was. Like I thought it was gonna be longer. I was like, wait, that's it. But I wasn't mad. Like I was just a little like, oh okay. Like didn't realize it was gonna end that quick. Maybe it's because it was so good. You just didn't expect it at all. Like maybe you just wanted more out of it. You thought it was gonna be longer.
Yeah, I mean, it also like Seth kind of has like 8 different gears he goes into, so he was just in like eighth gear the entire time,
Yeah.
which definitely helps. But yeah, I mean, I guess congrats to Austin Theory.
Like congrats question mark.
I guess. And more surgery news. Andrade posted that he had surgery finally on his torn pec that he got in the match he had with the Elite during the 6-man suplex spot.
Which match? I don't remember.
This was like before
this was before All Out. This was to okay. This was during the tournament. No.
Yes.
Yes. I was gonna say, I was like, was it actually was it Kenny's return night? I think.
Uh,
Yes.
he was wearing the compression shirt in the video, so I believe so.
Okay, then yes. Yes, because the only other time, sorry, I spit a little. The only other time Kenny wore the compression shirt was the match after, which was the semifinals with Aussie Open, and then afterwards at All Out, he wasn't wearing no shirt. Which thank you, Kenny, for that. It was like, ooh, would you look at that? But yeah, that's back to Andrade. Back to the main point. I didn't realize he got hurt. You would have never guessed, or I wouldn't have never guessed. The
Yeah,
way
like
the way
he
these
finished the
wrestlers handle their
match. He finished the
the way these
match.
wrestlers handle their injuries is incredible, and I think that's where people, even like non-wrestling fans, need to give them credit. They wrestle through massive injuries that most people, like in football or baseball, anywhere else, would be taken out, go to the hospital immediately. But no, they still go and not miss a beat, like nothing is wrong, and that takes a lot of like I don't know what the word is. Like you have to really be tough as nails. Like I know if it were me, I would be like, yeah, no, call the match. I ain't doing no more. It hurts. Maybe it's the adrenaline. I don't know, but still, that's gotta be so. There's gotta be pain regardless of the adrenaline. I don't think adrenaline's that much of a freaking pain reliever.
Yeah, I mean it's like adrenaline. It's just like work rate, just wanting to finish the match. Yeah, he didn't really like. He even said like I finished the match and then now I'm finally getting surgery like 2 months later on it. So honestly, well wishes for him. People were wondering where he's been. There is your answer. And that they had surgery because he tore his pectoral. But we're hoping everything's good with him. It looked like surgery was successful. Like I saw the picture of like just a big band-aid right there. So hopefully he comes back soon and everything's actually okay.
Right?
I guess we'll see.
Well,
And then, I mean, a lot of people like came back after injuries and stuff. So, Ruby Riot showed up on Dynamite. Hangman showed up on Dynamite.
he's back. He's back. I was so worried about him. I'm like, dude, we haven't heard shit from him. Like, I know he's at WrestleCade in North Carolina, but like, I was like, dude, like, the dude hasn't said anything. It doesn't help that he left Twitter because that's where he was most active, and even then, it wasn't that often. But I was like, shit, we haven't heard anything from him. Something must be either really wrong or he just doesn't give a shit. And he's like, I'm not gonna tell people. Like, it's all right.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
I'm just glad he's back.
they didn't
And
say he was cleared. They said he was there to try and get cleared. So I guess we'll
But
see.
I guess the fact that he's back, it has to be a good. First of all, the fact that he's back, he's walking. That's honestly my biggest fear when I saw the match that happened back in October,
Mm-hmm.
where he got a freaking lariat landed right on his freaking neck. I'm like, this freaking guy. It wasn't Hangman's fault. I think what might have happened was that like when Mox hit him with the lariat, it probably like took it, probably winded him. It probably did something, and he couldn't properly land. Like he probably like blacked out for a bit for all I know, and then freaking landed. But all I know is that shit was ugly. Like I haven't even watched it again, but it's still like ingrained in my head.
I mean,
Watch that shit.
for that, like you can't just. It's not even like it's no one's fault that that happened.
Oh,
Like,
I'm not saying it's Mox's fault, but I'm just saying it's like it's an accident. Shit happens.
yeah,
You're a wrestler, but like it still doesn't change the fact that it was ugly. But obviously, I think they're gonna go with the fact that Hangman is blaming Mox for him being hurt and stuff because he was just like not having it. Didn't even let him finish the sentence. He just socked him right in the face. And then like for like a split second, I was like, I wonder why he's so. And then I was like, hey, idiot! Like think about it. It's his fault that he got injured. Not his fault. Like in kayfabe, like he's the reason that like he was out. I'm not actually blaming Mox guys, by the way. I don't think it was anybody's fault. Like Katie said, accidents happen. It happens all the time, and I'm pretty sure, like behind the scenes, Hangman knows that. Like,
yeah.
but I think in storyline, I think Hangman's gonna be. That's how it's gonna play out. Like Hangman's definitely gonna be holding this against Mox for a bit. Maybe we'll get Mox versus Hangman like at Revolution or something. Hopefully with a better ending,
Maybe.
where no one gets hurt. Because I've talked about how much I've wanted that match, and that little did I know it was gonna end that way. So maybe we can get something better, a better ending for everybody.
Yeah, maybe. Um, then on NXT, I'm kind of jumping all over the place with these. The Iron Survivor Challenge, the participants have finally been announced. Because this match is going to take place at Deadline on December 10th, which is next Saturday. For the men's, we have Carmelo Hayes, JD McDumbass, Joe Gacy, and Grayson Waller.
Is
The
JD Mc is he's the one that you say looks like young George Lopez, right?
yes,
Yeah, okay. I'm like that's honestly how I know like I can put two and two together with this guy because I don't watch NXT. But that's the only way I can connect who you're talking about.
because it's true. I have never said a wrong statement in my life, and that is probably one of the truest ones I've ever said. But the fifth member of or participant in that match will be announced next week in a triple threat between Andre Chase, Axiom, and then Von Wagner. I'm assuming it'll probably be Axiom or Andre Chase, just because if you listened or look at the names, those are all heels.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta have at least one babyface.
There's no way. Like, you can't have any baby faces. Right? Like, right? Like, right? Shawn Michaels, right?
I mean, Mello should win regardless, because then he goes to take on Braun and takes the title. But that's not here nor there. And then the women's, we have Zoe Stark, Cora Jade, Roxanne Perez, Kiana James, and then the fifth participant will be another triple threat match between Indy Hartwell, Wendy Chu, and Fallon Henley. So that
Like
one can go either way. I'm very excited. That's all, like, the wrestling news and rumors I have. There's one piece of news that I have that's not wrestling related at all, but I feel like I just need to share it.
Share it. I mean, this has probably been the shortest news and rumors we've had in a long time.
Actually, I think it might be. Earlier this week, the Respect for Marriage Act got passed by the Senate, which means that is a bill to protect same-sex and interracial marriage. Now,
I honestly found that out on fucking Jimmy Kimmel. I was watching Jimmy Kimmel, and that's how I found out. Which, first of all, that's fucking great. I'm glad that there's some hope left in this damn government. But apparently, because again, I saw this on Jimmy Kimmel. One of the senators, isn't like Mitch McConnell or something like that. I don't remember. I don't know the senators that well. Okay, like I don't even like my own senators. Okay, they apparently they voted against the interracial marriage part, but apparently they're interracial marriage. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, how? I'm like, does that not like?
Yeah, all the senators are fucking stupid who voted against this, especially the ones who legit.
It's like, my question is, why does it have to be like a law in the first place? Like, why, like, to protect it? Because like, why does it need to be protected in the first place? Like, why must it be a law, or why must people have to be so against human beings just wanting to be in love with each other that people have to actually think like it should be a law to not allow it? Like, why must it be protected in the first place? You know what I'm saying? Like,
trust me, I know.
It should just be a basic human right to marry the person you love, but no, it needs to get to the point where you need the government to like protect you, which is very sad. Like, you should just be able to go, not have to worry about, oh shit, what if it doesn't pass? What if this bill doesn't pass? Or what if this, what if they vote against, interracial marriage, like same-sex marriage? I'm like, why is that even a thing? That shouldn't even be a law. It's ridiculous. Like, it ain't a law for straight people. And a lot of straight people are fucking assholes and probably shouldn't be married because they're toxic as hell. Like, I'm just confused. Like, it shouldn't have to be a law in the first place to marry someone you love.
Yeah, I know.
Especially if you're paying for it.
Yeah, I'm just happy that this got passed. That's all. That's just one step in the right direction. I know that it's fucking stupid that we need this anyway, but this is a win for people like me. So, I take that as a win.
Yeah. Exactly. It's a good win also. Like, fuck anyone who went against it. Like, why? What's wrong with you?
Because people
you don't even deserve coal on Christmas. You don't deserve shit on Christmas. Like, coal is even too nice for y'all.
It's just because people like to hate, and it's something different, and they're not used to it. But oh well, it's the world we live in, so tough fucking shit.
Cry me a river. It's like freaking the Young Bucks. It's Justin Taper. Like he says, "Cry me a river, bitch." Like that's all I gotta say to them.
Oh, and Jesus, I did see that, but I didn't like read too much into it. Glenn Jacobs, also known as Kane, the mayor of Knoxville, Texas, apparently has some misconduct allegations against him. Like I said, I didn't read much into it. I just remember seeing something about him firing people unjustly, but that's all I know. I didn't fully read anything. It's on Twitter, it's wrestling news sites. You guys can find all the
I want to
information on
make a
that.
joke about it, but obviously this is happening in real life, and people are obviously affected. Like I was just gonna say, like, did no one learn from director of operations Kane? Did no one remember how he treated Dean Ambrose? Like,
Apparently not.
but anyway,
Did
I
you?
have
Yeah.
oh sorry, I had one thing. I thought I had another thing, but I don't know. But anyways, again, it is wrestling related, but I don't know if you saw on Instagram, but Cassie Lee and Sean Spears, their gender reveal, they had their gender reveal, I believe. It's a boy, I think. Yeah, I saw it on Cassie Lee's Instagram, right? And it is a boy. Before, hold on, let me fact check myself, guys. I'm pretty sure I saw that. Like, I hope I'm not like tripping. It's a boy, right? Yeah. Yes, thankful for my boys. It's a boy. On Thanksgiving, she said she revealed it's a boy.
What?
So
How did I
congrats.
miss that?
It was on Thanksgiving, so you probably were busy. But yeah. So she said she made a post with the little sonograms, pictures, and she said thankful for my boys. So that's kind of like the way they reveal it. It's a boy. So congratulations to Sean Spears and Cassie Lee. They're having a beautiful baby boy. Babies are wrestling is growing. So we have another little, wrestler in the making. A little roster to go up against like baby wrestling, Johnny and Candice's little boy.
Yeah, we need
And
we
Brian
need a lot of
Danielson and Brie Bella's little boy. And Nikki Bella's little boy.
we need
A lot of little boys coming.
a lot of babies. Oh yeah, he said the name on Renee's
I didn't watch
podcast.
this podcast. I didn't catch that.
I completely forgot about that.
Actually, Jesus, what was the name? Or you don't remember? I don't remember. I don't really watch Renee's podcast. Nothing against Renee. It's just that there's so much podcasts I listen to and I watch. So I'll watch some episodes occasionally. But this I saw Cassie Lee like from when I've heard it. I saw Cassie Lee talking about it on Thanksgiving. So
Oh, I don't remember. He just said it was a boy.
well, there you go. All we know is that it's a boy.
Did you have anything else?
I thought I did, but I'm gonna say no.
All right. So today in women's wrestling history, it was Starcade 2019. It was that one off of like they did like one random event. Hi, Pretty Kyle. Um, I don't like. It was just one random like live event kind of thing they did. It wasn't like an actual pay per view, but Asuka and Kairi Sane defended the women's tag team titles because they were champions at the time against Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross, Bayley and Sasha Banks, and Becky and Charlotte. I have like the weirdest recollection of this match.
I was gonna say, I feel like this was like a fever dream. Like I dreamt that match, but because like I remember it, but I don't remember exactly watching.
Yeah, I mean, I have like I said, I have a vague memory of it, but not a lot.
Yeah.
So, wrestlers of the week. You were not here last week, so you get to go first.
Okay. So for my tag teams, I have two. The first one from Survivor Series, they won their Wargames match. I'm giving it to Team Bianca.
Mm-hmm.
Really good match. I mean, these women absolutely killed it, as they usually do anyway. Wasn't expecting any less. and it was really cool to see again Wargames on the main roster. I hope this stays as like a Survivor Series thing because it was incredible. I loved that match so much. It was really good. So and they won, so that's why I chose them. And then my second tag team was from last night on Dynamite. Finally, the Elite are on the board from this best of seven series. I don't know if you, well, Katie's, I'm pretty sure Katie saw. Katie's on Twitter more than I am. But Matt Jackson basically became a meme because people were talking about how he's going to get benched if they lose again. And they started making memes about like how his legacy's on the line and that they need to win or else Matt's like toast. It was funny. And I'm pretty sure that is the exact reason why Matt's the one who got the pin during the match because he had something to prove, which I think is really funny. I don't I personally love Matt and think he's perfect and think he can do no wrong. But obviously, a lot of people, I guess, couldn't see that and said his legacy was on the line. But he restored it. He even said it in his Twitter bio, on the Young Bucks Twitter bio. Matt's legacy is restored, or it says legacy is restored. But before that, it said Matt's legacy is on the line. So finally, the Elite have won one of the 7 matches, and now we just see how it's gonna play on from here. Really good match. Also, they won. It's been 2 weeks overdue, but I'm starting to get a little worried though, because that hammer, Katie called it. The hammer is like the center of this entire feud. The fucking hammer. I wonder, like, at some point they're just gonna get tired of being hit on the head with the hammer. That they're just gonna take it and just like maybe one of the wins. Well, actually, they could afford to only lose once more at the Elite. Um, but like I'm afraid like they're probably gonna like lose via disqualification because they're just gonna get so tired of getting hit with the hammer that they're just gonna take it and just like in front of, doesn't matter if it's in front of the ref, like boom, just hit him right in the head with the hammer. Nick's the only safe one out of the Elite. He's the only one who hasn't gotten hit, so watch out, Nick. Gotta be careful. Yeah, those are my 2 tag teams. Hi, Matt. Those are my 2 tag teams for the week. I'm like I could not form words together.
You're good. Hi Matt. Hopefully Twitch does hold up for you this time. I only have one tag team. They came back on Monday, because Montez was hurt. I'm giving to Street Profits.
Yep.
Fantastic match. I'm so happy they're back. I was just talking about them with Young Kings on Sunday, and lo and behold, they fucking show up on Monday, so that's suspicious. But I'm just happy they're back. It's another tag team in this division. Hopefully we can split these titles up soon so we can actually do something with them.
Okay.
But who knows?
Especially that the Usos have already passed the longest reign, so it's not like, oh, we need to keep them on them. Because if the goal is just to like have them be the longest reigning tag champs, then they've already done that.
I mean, it'll probably be maybe Rumble, but
Either
who knows?
Rumble or Mania. What?
I said Rumble, but who knows?
Oh, I said Rumble or Mania because I think Mania. Well, I don't know. Maybe Rumble because if Roman Reigns loses at WrestleMania, that's gonna be a bigger deal than the Usos losing.
I think they all lose their belts at Mania or before. Well, Roman's gonna lose both belts at Mania, but Usos might lose them before. Who knows?
Honestly, I'm like at this point, I'm like I don't even know at this point. Like I always say, oh, this is gonna be time Roman's gonna lose the belt. This is gonna be time, and then they just like nope, 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 nope. So I don't know, but good pick, good pick. My famales. I have 2 also. One of them, actually, they were both because of Monday Night Raw. First one is Candice LeRae because she's back, and she won her match. Good match. I want to see more from Candice, but at the same time, I understand she is being a mom right now. So, like, if she's not gonna be consistently on, I get it. So, I mean, I'm not gonna be like, oh, where's Candice? Because I'm like, she's probably just being a mother. So, I'm not gonna be all up in arms that I'm not seeing her as often. But every time she is on, I enjoy it. And then the second one, I think you're gonna be pretty pleased to hear. I think this is the first time ever that Rhea Ripley is one of my picks. I don't think it's the first time ever, but this is the first time in a long time that Rhea Ripley is one of my picks. She did really good at Wargames, but also on Raw, she's the one who won the match for the Judgment Day. Really good match also, and she's the one who won it for them. So I wish though, because she pinned me at Yam. I wish she would have pinned one of the dudes. Like it would have been so much better if you pinned one of the guys.
I mean, it would have been a lot better, but God fucking forbid I get intergender matches. But I also had Candice LeRae and Rhea, but then I also have Willow Nightingale from
She's a
Dynamite. She is a precious baby angel. She
I
can
thought
do no
because she's like
wrong.
a really yeah, I was gonna say because she's a very hardcore baby face. I thought because of that, because Anna Jay's a healer, we're gonna have Anna Jay win. Nothing against Anna Jay, but I wanted Willow Nightingale to win, and she did.
She has gotten, much like the acclaimed, she has gotten organically over, and you can see it in the crowd. You got some intergender. I know I got a little bit, but I want a full match, Matt. I want a full intergender match. Rhea Ripley versus AJ Styles. Book it for Raw. Actually, fuck it. Book it for SmackDown, because I'll be there. I know it doesn't make sense, but the brand split's not real, so put it on SmackDown, because I'll be there.
Yeah.
But yeah, Willow... Greedy. Shut up. Willow is my third pick, just because I want nothing but good things for her. Honestly, she's just a pure ball of happiness and sunshine, and I am the opposite of that 90% of the time. So like, I love that for her, and I love her in general. So big fucking shout out to Willow Nightingale.
Yes. Good picks. Good picks. Because two were the same as mine. Okay, for Manses, I have two also. First one, he finally, after I don't even know how long it's been, got his redemption over Finn Balor. I'm giving it to AJ Styles. He finally won his match at Survivor Series. Good match also, except even though he lost his match on Raw, he wasn't the one who got pinned though. So maybe there's better things for AJ coming his way. I don't know, but I hope so. He finally got his redemption. He finally got that win. I know it's been longer. My dad's like, oh, AJ lost again. What a loser. I'm like, you know what, Dad? Like, stop. He knows I love AJ, so he's always like talking shit. So I'm like, now's not the time. But now it's Survivor Series. I'm like, well, take that, Dad. He won. And then my second pick didn't even have a match, but he didn't have to because Hangman Page is back and he is showing no mercy. Got a lot of like aggressive Ring of Honor Hangman vibes from last night. I was like, oh my god, like yes, like bring back the rope Hangman. I keep saying that, even though it's against him, and that's why he's no longer using it. Like, if this is gonna be the side of Hangman we're getting, like you gotta fully commit. All right, I'm talking. Go back to the short tights. I'm talking the rope, the denim vest. Like, do it. Give me what I want, Hangman. Give me what I want. Even if it's just for one night only, just give me what I want. But yeah, it was good to see Hangman back. I was obviously very concerned about him, seeing the way he hurt himself or got hurt in October. I thought he was going to be out a lot longer, but I'm glad that wasn't the case. He did miss Full Gear, which I think I joked about how Hangman's like bound to miss at least one pay-per-view a year because in 2021 it was All Out and now 2022 it was Full Gear. So I'm like, oh, Hangman, are you just going to miss a pay-per-view every year now?
I mean, like, made a tradition. Why not?
No, like maybe next year it'll be Revolution. I don't know.
Who knows? I only have one pick. I'm going with the no longer honorary, the man who finally made the decision and turned his back fully. It's not really turning his back because Kevin Owens has betrayed this man numerous times. I'm going with Sami Zayn. The storytelling, the soap opera that became Wargames was on par. It was fantastic. It was top notch. It was beautiful. And then everything on Monday Night Raw with KO being like, I want nothing to do with you, and I don't want to fight you, I don't want to be near you, I don't want anything to do with you, point blank, period. And Sammy's reaction, like, he was just a little caught off guard. He was like, no, you know what, yeah, I don't want anything to do with you either. And, like, him basically crying in the War Games after turning on Kevin. Sami Zayn is the best actor. Give him the Oscar. Give him all the awards. I want nothing but good things for Sami, and it's just going to hurt that much more when the Bloodline gets rid of him.
That's gonna make me so sad. Like it's gonna make me really sad because he dedicated so much to the bloodline just to like impress them, show that he's with them. And for them to just gonna like turn around and just give him a fuck you, like that's gonna make me sad.
Yeah, it's gonna be terrible, but it's gonna be fantastic storytelling. It could lead to Kevin finally being like, well, I guess I'll save him one more time. Tag team KO and Sammy, they take the belt off the Usos.
As cool as that would be, don't get me wrong, and if this happens, I would not be mad at all. I would be all here for it. However, I would love to see Sami Zayn win a world title, like at some point. And if this is the way they could do it by having him go after Roman Reigns and being like the underdog from the underground, like he once was, to beat him for one of the titles, I mean, damn, I think that would be incredible.
I mean, there's a lot of speculations, ideas people have about who could be the next people in line for Roman slash who could possibly potentially take the title off of Roman. I still think Roman holds both belts until Mania.
I think
Then he has to have a match with Dwayne. Like, you're in Hollywood
in
at
Hollywood
Mania,
too.
you literally have to. It's in the fucking rule book at this point. Dwayne has
Yeah,
to show up. But for the other title, who knows? It could be Sammy, could be KO, could be Jay.
I want Sammy. I know Jay's a good one too, but like, dude, like it would be like against all odds, like Sami Zayn. Brock Lesnar couldn't do it. Jey Uso couldn't do it. Goldberg couldn't do it. All these other John Cena couldn't do it. Edge couldn't do it. Daniel Bryan couldn't do it. Seth Rollins couldn't do it. This long list of people couldn't do it, and Sami Zayn comes out as the one who could do it. Like that just I just love the sound of that.
Oh, actually, Jesus is going to be the one to take the title off of Roman, apparently.
Jesus, get back in line. It has to be Sammy.
He said, I'm taking the title from Roman. You heard it here first. I don't know. Don't know if I necessarily believe
So,
you.
Jesus, are you a surprise entrant at the Rumble? Jesus to the Royal Rumble confirmed.
Oh, man. Oh, man. I can't wait until once the first show back. Fuck, the first show next year. We're just doing all Rumble stuff.
And then, oh shit, you're right. But then, okay, so back to Jesus really quick. I want to go back to Jesus taking the title off Roman. It's gonna be funny because Mania is in April, and so is Easter. So they're gonna be like, Jesus, you came back early. Get it?
I wish I had a boo sound.
No, that was good.
Everyone boo Savannah. Boo.
No.
Tomatoes in the chat. Boos in the chat. Thumbs down.
No.
He said, hold on, she's onto something. Don't encourage her.
Yeah, thank you, Jesus. Yeah, give me a thumbs up, Jesus.
Don't encourage us. But, so, for the question of the week, it is December 1st, as we record this, of course. The final month of the year, there's, that we know of, 2 bigger events happening. We have Deadline for NXT, and we have Final Battle for Ring of Honor, and there's also Winter's coming next week, but that's not like one of those.
That's still Dynamite.
Exactly. It's just a special Dynamite. So with there being 1 month left of this year, do we think there's going to be any more big newsworthy moments to happen? Like, are we gonna finally see Sasha and Naomi return? Is Charlotte gonna come back? Are there gonna be like random title changes on like a random episode of insert show here? What do we think is gonna happen for the rest of 2022?
It's hard to say because, like you said, it is also the last month of the year. So maybe sometimes you want to close the year off with a bang. But then you also think like WWE, the month after is the Royal Rumble, one of the biggest pay-per-views. That's how you set up for Mania. Mm-hmm. So it's hard to say that something's going to happen like a month before then. So I don't know. I don't think so much for WWE. Maybe like maybe a return. No, because again, I think all the returns might happen at the Rumble at the very least, like Cody Rhodes or like
Yeah,
something
Cody's a
like
big one.
that. But I can't say for certain like something big is gonna happen. Especially again, like I said, WWE. Like for example, Sasha Naomi. Again, why not have it at the Rumble? Like not during the Rumble match, but like it doesn't have to be during the Rumble match, but like at the pay per view. You know, it's one of the big four.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I don't know. Like it's very hard to tell. And like other companies, I don't know. Maybe like at Ring of Honor we see something. Like I know um it was talked about yesterday on Dynamite. Wheeler Yuta is going to challenge, right? Daniel Garcia, I think, no? For
Yeah, pure or ROH pure title at Final Battle.
maybe like that one changes. Maybe Wheeler Yuta wins that one. I don't know. Like
I
that's all I
think
can
this
really
is
think.
their third
Ring of
match
Honor might
together.
have. Yeah, so maybe Ring of Honor might have the most title, like most changes, if you will, that like could be newsworthy. But I don't know. Like it's really hard to say.
Yeah, I mean it's with like you said, like WWE, it's definitely a lot harder to think of. But I mean, AEW just does random shit all the time.
That's why it's hard to say because it's like it could, but then again it couldn't, and then you don't know, or you don't know who Tony Khan's gonna decide to sign from. I don't know where. It's not WWE anymore because Triple H is bringing people back, not releasing people. Um, I don't know. I really do not know. This is probably one of the harder questions of the week because I really do not have an answer. It's really hard to say.
Listen, I thought of this
Um,
right before I sent you a Zoom link. I couldn't think of a fucking question. It was very difficult.
Let me see. Hold on. I'm gonna Ring of Honor final. I'm gonna see what the card looks like so far.
I
I don't even
know
know.
Mercedes Martinez is defending the ROH Women's title against, I believe, Athena. That was just announced. So, I mean, they could realistically put the ROH Women's title on Athena.
That is true. Um,
But I don't know if that's actually the match. I'm just kind of going off of a graphic I briefly saw.
hold on. I'm trying to find it.
Okay.
Okay, there we go. Latest on the card. This is from 6 hours ago, so this is pretty updated card. Let's see. We have Jericho versus Claudio, but I don't know what's gonna happen. Honestly, as much as I love Jericho, I thought he was losing at Full Gear. I thought Danielson was taking the title.
He should have.
Honestly, because okay, I love Claudio. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. But in a perfect world, I talked about this on like the Fuse. In a perfect world, I would like to see Adam Cole come back and take the title off Jericho. I don't know when that could be because I know he's been out for a bit, but it would be really cool. Maybe it would be honestly like a good Ring of Honor moment. Like Adam Cole comes back, baby.
Listen, I
And then
wish Adam Cole would come back. I just know that, like,
I know what his
they are
status is. Like
they're so secretive with what's going on with him, and it hurts because I just like you're talking about Hangman being out for like 2 months.
That was just October.
He's been out since fucking Forbidden Door.
Yeah.
I am a worried baby. I am upset.
That's why I'm like I just want him to come back. He can win and like he can come back, you know, show up after like Jericho can retain, he can come back and then
kick Jericho's ass and take the title. Perfect. I like it.
At Revolution he can win the title after, you know, falling short to Hangman at last year's Revolution or this past year's Revolution, but next year would be last year. So, you know, it would be like a little redemption for Adam Cole, you know, like I couldn't win the AEW World title last Revolution, but this Revolution, I'm winning the Ring of Honor World title.
I just want him back.
Okay, so Jericho versus Claudio, Daniel Garcia versus Wheeler Yuta for the Pure Rules Championship, and that's all there is. That's all that I have. This is from 6 hours ago.
Yeah, I mean, it's
What a
more
great
than
card! Isn't
likely
a
gonna
match next
be.
week in the pay-per-view next week?
It is. I mean, it's more than likely gonna be. Um,
FTR, depending.
um, fuck, my phone keeps going off. Sorry. Joe and Wardlow probably
Excuse me. Yeah.
because, Joe's an a-hole and took the title off of War Daddy. Disrespectful. Which, speaking of, did you see War Daddy's outfit on Dynamite? Goddamn, man's looked like a Hallmark movie. I love it.
Yeah. But I don't know, honestly. I do not know for this question. So much could happen. Okay, I'll say definitely no, nothing is gonna happen with the WWE. Like I said, Royal Rumble is literally a month, like almost like a little over a month away. And it's one of the biggest pay-per-views of the year. It's the beginning of the build-up to Mania, so I think if you want to have big moments, you might as well have them there. So I don't think anything big's gonna really happen between now and then. And then AEW is a lot different because again, they will do shit just for the ratings. That's the reason why Kenny Omega won the AEW title on Dynamite and not on pay-per-view. That's why you know, I'm pretty sure, because especially the way it built up to All Out, that's why Mox versus Punk for the AEW title happened at Dynamite and not just at All Out. Especially if Punk was gonna walk out with the title anyway.
Dude,
I don't know. Again, it's just they will do anything for ratings when they really do. They really need them. I mean, sure, but they've been fine without having to do shit like that.
Yeah, I mean,
That's why I think. Well, also because I mean, I like the best of seven series, but like that's probably why they're doing the best seven series. And that's why it's seven, not like best 2 out of 3 or something. Like
yeah, I mean, it prolongs
ratings
the
need
story, ratings, all that stuff. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense logically.
AW, anything can happen. WWE, I don't think anything's happening. That's my answer for the question.
Yeah, that's the very good answer. Honestly, it's a very good response. Um, yeah. Anything else?
No, that's pretty much it for me, at least.
Yeah. Cool. I am freezing. So, all right. This has been the ShElite Showcase, of course. Savannah, plug yourself. Tell the people where they can find you, what you're up to, all that fun stuff.
So if you want to find me, you can find me on Twitter and on Instagram at Y2Garcia _ there's no underscore, it's not me. What I have going on, finally I get to say this. We have not only one but 2 episodes of Light the Fuse up on YouTube. So much fun. We talked about one of the episodes we talked about was favorite AEW moments from when they first started to now, and then the other episode was recapping or going over Full Gear. So it was a lot of fun, and I had fun with my friend Emily. I honestly do not know what's gonna be my next episode of Like the Views. I was kind of thinking maybe something similar to like the ShElite Awards, but just AEW. Like maybe we could have like Match of the Year, Tag Team of the Year, Wrestlers of the Year. You know what I'm saying? Just have like just talk about what we think should be like those titles.
Yeah, I mean, you could. I mean, everyone,
again,
the majority of people who have a podcast do some type of year-end award shows. We're just finally hopping on the bandwagon and doing it.
Yeah, but I think I'm gonna hop on the bandwagon of us hopping on the bandwagon by doing one for my show specifically because it's just specifically for AEW,
That's true.
Opposed to
and
this
ours is just specifically ShElite, yeah.
Exactly. So, I mean, I was gonna say it's not like stealing anything. I mean, I'm stealing from my own show. I don't think so. I don't think I was gonna say. I don't think that's a thing. Maybe it is. I don't know. But I was like, I think I might do something like that. I want to try and have more people. Nothing against Emily. Emily, if you're watching this, I love you. But like, it would be cool to have like other people. It would be cool to have others on. Like I mentioned earlier. I know, I'm trying. It's just hard for Brooke. I know she always has like Wi-Fi issues. I'm gonna probably try and get Jaylee because we've gone live together on Instagram. So I'm thinking like as long as she has the time, I can probably do something with her. So that would be cool. But like it was the whole reason one of the reasons why I wanted to do like the fuse is because more people watch Dynamite than they do New Japan, and it would be cool. I can have like a lot more people to come on with like the fuse, and it's been good. I mean, I've seen on YouTube we've been doing pretty good. So
You can also expand and talk to other podcasters and get them on.
I know, but I'm too scared. No,
It,
I am no offense to Matt, but like the just
I'm not saying Matt.
no, it's
You
because Jesus said.
oh I was like, what are you talking?
Unless you mean Ned Jackson, but even then, I'm like, no, I can't talk to him. No.
I think I what you need to do.
The
There are no, definitely not him. Um, you know the friend circle I have. If you want me to, I can also just ask people for you.
oh, you don't have to. Like, first of all, if I do want them, I will personally reach out because
Okay.
again, I have to do it.
You have to be
But
a big
also,
girl.
I have a lot of friends on Instagram. I have a lot of friends like who also love AEW. So it would be cool to kind of get with them on here and like talk about something we both love. AEW. Like something that me and like some of my friends on Instagram, like to watch, which is AEW.
Mm-hmm.
So stuff like that. But yeah, if I wanted other podcasters, I would definitely reach out myself. But right now, I'm gonna try. First of all, I need to try and be consistent, and then second of all, I want to try and like expand it with just my friends. Because again, I just like I don't. It would be cool to just have someone on like to talk to and stuff.
I get you. I get you. Um, but if there was like someone you had in mind, or if you want like ideas, I can send names your way.
Yeah, I get you. That would be really cool.
So, because I know a few people.
I know people. I know sources.
I'm on a lot of podcasts.
I'm on everyone's podcast. Okay.
I just hoe myself out to my friends' podcasts. It's fun. Oh well. And speaking of that, of course you could find me on Twitter at KatieWrestling13. The link to I'm about to go. Thanks ShElite Showcase. Twitch.tv/ShElite Showcase. Typically Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern-ish. Depending on if there's like holidays and stuff like that. YouTube.com/ShElite Showcase. I watch videos because they're way more entertaining. Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, if you like to listen. So let's see, there's a lot happening. So ShElite's the brand that we do. We have. The weekly show, we do. We have. Inside the Mind of, new episode with RN from Smacked Raw. Y'all remember Smacked Raw? The old stomping grounds? Yeah, had him on. It was a great conversation. RN's a good guy. Love him. He's great. Ironically enough, then I was on Smacked Raw, so you can check me out there in one of their latest episodes of The Rewind.
Katie's return.
Katie returned after over a year, yes. In the Crowd, the latest episode with Justin and his cousin is up. Like Savannah said, 2 episodes of like the Fuse. And also just a little bit of happiness for me. Your girl's writing. I have a Substack where you can find everything. But also, if you don't want to go on Substack, you can go on Floor Slapper Sports. I now have a little author page, and Tim King, special shout out, put my stuff up. So I am on Floor Slapper Sports. My latest article, the only article I have on there. Substack has the other ones I've written, but Floor Slapper, I'm starting a series. I asked people a while ago on Twitter, like, wrestling soulmates, so people who are destined to, like, fight forever. I'm doing it in, like, 3 different parts. So the first, part 1 is up. It has Stone Cold and The Rock, Trish and Lita, Triple H and HBK, and Cena and Edge. So if you want to check that out, it's there. I gotta add shit to the link tree. It's a process. I'll get there eventually. I might do it today since we're done extremely early. Wow, look at us go,
right?
Guys. You're gonna get an episode that's less than an hour. You're welcome. You're fucking welcome. And I'll say probably no post show because I'm freezing and.
No, and I'm freaking burning up. I'm like, I need to go.
We're freaking like, what is it? A year without Santa Claus, Heat Miser, and Snow Miser. That's me and you right now.
Basically right now.
Basically. But thank you guys so much for watching, listening to the rambles. We greatly appreciate you, everything y'all do. We will see you next week. Oh my god. Also, ShElite Awards.
We're getting there. It's almost seasonal showcase and then ShElite Award. We got a good month ahead of us.
We do got a good month, so y'all just fucking
Happy
stay
December,
tuned.
everyone.
Happy December, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.